There's so much hype and sort of manufactured virality around certain key beauty products that I feel it's kind of become difficult to really trust influencer reviews. But the key beauty products that I'm showing you today totally deserve the hype around them. Promised. And we're going to start with a serum that is not so viral yet here in the West, but is an absolute viral superstar and has been for quite a while in Korea. And it's this one, which already looks a bit battered because I've been using it a lot. It's from Mediheal and it's their Madecassoside Blemish Repair Serum with niacinamide. So this serum was a product that I've been wanting to try for a while. I finally snatched up a double pack a couple of months ago, and I really have been using it very consistently. Now, this is actually marketed as a hyperpigmentation blemish, as in blemish serums. The word blemish usually in key beauty means it's for hyperpigmentation, so a kind of brightening serum due to the niacinamide in this. I would not put too much hope into that. To me, the reason why this is such a good serum and why I love it so much is because it's very calming. It contains a really potent Centella asiatica complex. So it contains Madecassoside, hence the name, Centella asiatica compounds, Asiaticoside, etc. And to me, this really is a very good quality Cica complex. Sometimes Centella asiatica serums can be a little bit watered down. A lot of Cica serums are hyped up that are more predominantly focused on the Western markets. I'm not going to name any names here, but a couple of those I've tried, and those I feel the virality is maybe a little bit manufactured through sponsored reviews. I'm sorry, but they tend to not have the best quality, most potent Cica. This serum, I feel, truly does have a very strong, calming, soothing, redness combating effect on the skin. Especially the redness combating effect is to me very effective. And I really reach for this a lot when my skin is having a freak out. It does tend to freak out a lot during hay fever season. So at the moment I reach for this all the time. Mediheal still kind of overlooked in the West, probably because they don't do sponsorships with English-speaking TikTokers, I'm assuming. In Korea, this is the #1 specifically sheet mask company, brand, has been for a decade or even longer. Their tea tree mask has been the #1 sold sheet mask. I don't know in how many years now at Olive Young. One of the reasons is that they're really fairly priced, as are these serums. If you can get a double pack or buy it during a sale, you will usually find a good deal for this. It, to me, again, does not work as a brightening serum, but as a calming serum if you have acne-prone skin, as long as you can handle a little bit of fragrance, because usually Mediheal products do contain a little bit of fragrant essential oil, as does this one as well. Not much, you can't really smell it much, but if you're very sensitive, always check the ingredient list. This one definitely contains essential oils. But apart from that, the formula is very minimalist and really very soothing and calming. The other reason why I really like this and why I feel it super deserves the hype is that the texture is super pleasant. It is kind of like a milky gel, so it is a little bit more, not nourishing as such, but it just has a bit more oomph than a simple, just purely water-based serum. It contains a couple of more moisturizing ingredients, and it really just gives a lot of hydration and plumpness, and even it gives the skin a little bit of smoothness, I find. So if you are combo skinned, more on the dry side, this will also be a really good serum for you. And it works very well for normal skin, for oily skin. It can work for dry skin. I think if you need something very calming but it is, of course, not hyper moisturizing. It sinks in very, very fast. And it's just a very good sort of everyday serum if you need something for like freak out SOS days. And I really do feel it works also very well for acne prone skin. And we're going from Mediheal to Medicube, which of course is a brand that is, I think, a little bit oversaturated when it comes to especially TikTok. I feel everyone and their mother has a Medicube sponsorship. They once upon a time approached me as well, but their offer was not very tempting for me. Let's leave it at that. So I prefer to, for now, purchase the products. I'm also kind of on the fence about that super hyped device of theirs. I don't know if I trust it, but I was very interested in this particular serum in its very funky blue, electric blue packaging. This serum is so viral, at least on the Global Olive Young website, that it's constantly sold out. It was so hard to get this. I just randomly put it in my cart and then it kept showing me that it's sold out for days and days. So that kind of made me really want to try it because people seem to be really keen on this serum. So this is the Medicube 1-Day Exosome Shot 2000. So this is, I think, the lowest strength serum that you can get from this series. So this actually is one of those spicule serums, just like the VT Riedel shot. Now, fun fact, I actually still have the unused VT Riedel shot serum sitting on my vanity. I didn't realize that this was a spicule containing serum. I've been avoiding those serums because I was really terrified of them. But then I used this one. I knew it would tingle a little bit, but I thought it would be because of the other hyped ingredient in here, which is the exosomes. But no, it's because it actually contains spicules. I have to say it does sting quite a bit. And I was not prepared for that when I tried it. But yeah, this is basically the Medicube version of the Riedel shot, the super viral VT Riedel shot, which I will use next. I know a lot of people have been saying, please use and review this because we don't know if we can trust it. I promise I will try this next, but first I'm going to finish this one. With this one, I have to say, it's really good, guys. This really actually has convinced me. I have to admit, I'm a convert now to the Church of the Spicules, I guess. Now, as for the exosomes, okay, I'll be honest, I still don't fully understand. I spent half a day, when I wrote the script for this, I spent half a day really trying to understand what exosomes are. Guys, I still don't fully understand it. From how I understand it, without understanding chemistry, as the daughter of a chemistry teacher, don't tell my mom, but I never understood chemistry or biology. I think this is more biology. But anyway, these are basically tiny parts of the cell that work as a sort of delivery system within or information delivery system within our bodies. They tell cells what to do. They tell parts of the body what to do. They just deliver information, basically. One of the things they can tell your body is, for instance, to produce more collagen or to boost peptide production or any of these things. So you can see why they would be very intriguing for skincare. Whether or not these really work, I find very conflicting information. It is a very buzzy ingredient, and I think there isn't much body of evidence yet whether or not they work. I don't know. They're all the rage at the moment. They don't seem harmful, and I find them very intriguing. To me, intuitively, after using this serum, I would say that the real value comes from the spicules. Because what this serum did for my skin and keeps doing is it really just kind of polishes and very noticeably does so. As I said, when you apply it, it burns like I'm not allowed to swear or else I get demonetized, but it's like, people say it tingles. It doesn't really feel like tingles. It feels more like tiny, teeny particles of glass that you are kind of scrubbing onto your skin. I'm not a fan of the sensation. I really only use this maybe 2 to 3 times a week, if that, to keep having the beautiful effect. But every time I have to use it, I kind of cringe before I have to use it. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the sensation. But even after only the first use, the next day, I truly was quite impressed with how much more smooth and polished my skin overall looked. I do also feel that it's helping a bit with collagen production. I don't know, everything just feels a little bit plumper. Now, I don't know if this is a coincidence, but having used the serum for a while, I was at the hairdresser's last week, and for the first time in, I swear, years, someone actually thought that I was much, much younger than I am. This woman made my day because she was like, you cannot be 46, you've got to be in your 30s. I think she exaggerated a little bit, but like, you know, you're kind of like, maybe it's a serum. I don't know, because it's surely been a long time since someone guesstimated my age that much younger. And this is the main anti-aging thing that I'm using at the moment, because I don't want to mix and match too much. So yeah, I'm kind of focusing on this one. I'm pretty amazed, and I wasn't sure, because again, this is very, very hyped, and Medicube in general feels like a very overhyped K-beauty brand. But this has really, truly convinced me. And believe it or not, there is another Medicube product, hyper-viral, hyper pushed on us through influencers, that I actually really, really like. Bought with my own money. This was not PR. I bought it. It's everywhere. This one is truly everywhere. In Korea, it's trending. Here in the West, it's trending. It's constantly sold out. People are going insane about this product. And it's really good. And it's this one from Medicube. The Medicube PDRN Pink Peptide Serum, which I've almost used up, but guess what? I have another one because I bought a double pack. But this one is I've almost used it up because I've used it so much. Let me tell you, the combination of these two, this one first, and then this one in one routine, chef's kiss. Makes your skin baby soft, super plump, gorgeous. So, PDRN, another buzzword ingredient. And just like exosomes, I have to admit, I still don't quite fully understand. I just don't fully understand it. What I still don't fully understand is, number one, where does it actually come from? Because you get kind of conflicting information. Some people say salmon sperm. Some people say from the eggs of salmon, from DNA from the salmons. I don't know. I don't think I really care if it is salmon sperm, but sometimes I feel maybe people are just kind of trying to make it out to be quote unquote gross. It kind of reminds me of when K-beauty started being big in the West. People always kind of try to go for like the yucky sort of ingredients. And I feel PDRN is sometimes the same. It's like, oh, look, it's salmon sperm, these weird Asians, you know? It's just, there's always kind of a whiff of racism in there that I don't like. But it seems to be derived from some type of cell material connected to salmon, so it's not vegan. There is a vegan version, usually one from ginseng or other plant material, but technically that's not real PDRN, and I never quite know in how far this can actually work. I also am still not sure if PDRN actually works when it's applied topically, because technically the way it became known in Korea was through injections, and you have to inject it quite deep into the skin for it to work, and it's apparently quite painful procedure, and it looks a little bit scary. And I always wonder if the skincare PDRN worked, why would people then still need to inject it and really suffer? So I would just take a guess that it might not quite have the same youthful, rejuvenating effect as when you inject it and have these types of treatments. Be that as it may, it is currently one of the most trending ingredients. And I have to say, at least in this product, this has really been very, very good for my skin. First up, I have to say that I really, really enjoy the texture so much. This is very nicely pink. It also has kind of more of a milky and quite nourishing texture. It feels very rich, and it feels really, especially as an anti-aging serum for someone over 40, it feels like it has the right consistency. It has a mix of lightness, but it still also contains enough nourishment so that my skin, which does feel more and more readily parched as I age, really feels it's getting a good mix of hydration and moisture. It feels a little bit sticky, but it does sink in very, very well and very, very fast. Once it's absorbed, I really do feel that it has a very plumping effect on the skin. This really does feel like a potent anti-aging serum. I would really recommend this for anyone who's looking for an affordable anti-aging serum, who wants to start sort of working towards more collagen boosting ingredients. I do feel this really has a very noticeable plumping effect on the skin. I would super recommend for you to combine it with the Exosome shot serum from Medicube. These two together are really a fantastic combo. Gotta say, as skeptical as I always am towards Medicube, because again, I feel they're just maybe overdoing it a little bit with the sponsorships. I don't know, just everyone is constantly boosting them. These two really did impress me. I really am enjoying them. I'm using them regularly and they're fantastic. The last viral product that I want to talk about is one that to me came a little bit out of nowhere. And again, it is more a viral product in Korea than here in the West, I would say. But a lot of people seem to know it because when I did my unboxing of my latest Olive Young haul, where this was also one of the products I ordered, a lot of people wrote about it and said that they really, really like it. After having tried this for a while, I can say that I am also 100% on the hype wagon. I really like this one. And it's this one, this big bottle. Now, this is not the one that I'm using at the moment. This came with a smaller tube, so that one is half empty, and I still have the full version of this, but I thought for the video I used the prettier one. The yellow color is a little bit lost in my not so great lighting, but this is the Ongredients Skin Barrier Calming Lotion. This is a ceramide containing very sensitive skin friendly lotion. It also contains peptides, so it's even got a little bit of anti-aging goodness in it, and actually quite a good multi-peptide complex. And you can use it either on your face or all over your body, which is why it usually comes in these bigger sizes. This really just is so popular in Korea. It's also constantly kind of sold out on both the Korean and the global website. It's kind of hard to get. So it's definitely truly being sold and bought by Koreans in Korea, if that's important to you. This seems to be a very real hype. Where it comes from, I'm not 100% sure who started it. I have a feeling it must have been either that this was ranked highly on the Hwahae app, maybe it was recommended in one of the forums. I couldn't quite pinpoint it, but it's whether it is artificial sort of manufactured hype or if it grew organically. To me, the hype is 100% justified. This truly is such a beautiful moisturizer that I feel will work for a variety of skin types and skin concerns. It is very, very sensitive skin friendly. The formula is very gentle, and it just has this beautiful balance of being nourishing while at the same time having a very light and very special and unique and very pleasant texture. The texture of this is just really so interesting. It's kind of like a very runny vanilla custard, if that comparison makes sense. It's nourishing, but it doesn't feel greasy. It has more of a gel texture, but once you apply it, you notice that it's nourishing because it really just feels very silky, and it just has a beautiful way of just making your skin feel silky as well and plumping it up a little bit. It's really great for people who do need something richer but still don't want those super rich buttery creams. It's also great if you just want something as an all-over lotion, and if you, for instance, go travel, this is great because you can use it again for body and face. It's maybe a little bit too expensive, I find, to use as a body lotion. I think I paid like $40. I feel this was very expensive. I don't know. There's a lot in here, but still, this one made me swallow hard with uncertainty if I should really spend that money. But I just really wanted to try it, and it was really worth it because I do like it so much. I feel this works for pretty much all skin types. Maybe not if you're super oily because it is a little bit richer. You will probably do better with a full-on gel texture. But for normal skin, combo skin, sensitive skin, because it is, again, a very sensitive friendly formula. It is fragrance-free, alcohol-free. It just really works very well. If you have dry skin, I would recommend this, especially if you have dry skin but still, again, don't want the super heavy buttery textures. This still provides a lot of moisture. And what I really love about it is the simplicity of the formula and the uniqueness of the formula. And I really have a thing for that sort of custardy, silky feel that it gives. Yeah, this one fully deserves the hype. I do kind of want to see this gain a little bit more traction maybe in the West as well. It really deserves it. And those were my 4 viral K-beauty products that I think actually really deserve the hype. Whether it's manufactured hype or not, the hype is justified. I tried all of these. I bought them with my own money, and they really did fully convince me. Yes, even the Medicube products, which I had not expected that I would love them as much as I did. So give them a shot if you haven't tried them yet, or if you have tried them, let me know in the comments how you feel about them, if they worked for you or not. I already know a lot of people really like the Ongredients lotion because you already told me in the comments, and you were right, I also really like it. If you're new here, it would be great if you could subscribe to this channel, stick around. I usually do a video every other week. At the moment, because of summer, when it's too hot, because I don't have AC, sometimes I have to skip a week or two. I hope I'm trying to film in advance maybe the next days because it's a little bit cooler. We'll see how it goes, but usually every other week, unless my perimenopausal self cannot handle the high temperatures, because then I just perspire and it doesn't look nice on video. But every other week's the usual schedule, and I do unboxings plus K-beauty related topics, and I really try to be honest and authentic and to not have my opinion bought, shall we say. And I hope to see you again with in the next video, and until that, I really hope you will take care. See you soon. Bye.